Investigator Award goes to Dr. Claudia Leib, and Thomas Wallner will come on stage for the laudation. The floor is yours.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Claudia Leib, the recipient of the June API Award. Claudia has a very, very interesting resume, and actually I spoke with her this afternoon to try and summarize it because I only had 2 minutes to introduce her. She's currently an advanced assistant professor in the School of Politics, Philosophy, and Public Affairs at Washington State University in Pullman. She's also a research affiliate at the Center for European Studies at Harvard University. She holds a master's in gender studies and feminist theory, as well as a PhD in political theory from the New School for Social Research in New York City. She also holds a master's in philosophy, as well as a PhD in philosophy and philosophy of science from the University of Vienna. She was a recipient of the Fulbright Fellowship, as well as the APART grant from the Austrian Academy of Sciences. And about her research, I learned that she is really looking at 2 questions that drive her work. One is, what are the mechanisms of power that dominate and subordinate the working classes, women and minorities in the current societies? And the second question is, what can we do to break through those mechanisms of power and create more just societies? She has published extensively in a number of top-tier peer-reviewed journals, including Political Theory, Perspectives, and Politics. And she's also the author of several books, one of them being The Politics of Repressed Guilt, The Tragedy of Austrian Silence, which was published in 2018, as well as the book that she won the award for, which is entitled Power and Feminist Agency in Capitalism, Toward a New Theory of Political Subject, which was published in 2017. Congratulations, Claudia. Please come up to the stage.
Thank you, Thomas, for your nice introduction. I would like to take this as an opportunity to thank Austria for the immense support I've received over the years, without which I would not be here today. I'm myself from a small town in Upper Austria called Pfefferbruck. I'm from working class origins. My mother was a cleaning woman and my father a factory worker. It was only through the generous support of the Austrian government that I could finish my Matura and pursue an MS degree at the University of Vienna, without getting myself into debt, which is something American students can only dream about. The support continued when I received the Fulbright Fellowship from Austria, which allowed me to continue my graduate studies in the United States. Once I finished my doctorate in the US, I received further support from Austria, this time in a PARC Austrian Program of Advanced Research and Technology Fellowship, which provided me with several years of research support that allowed me to enter the American Academy as a tenure-track faculty. I feel very honored to now receive the Austrian Scientists and Scholars in North America Junior Faculty Award from the Austrian Ministry of Education, Science and Research. This award also comes at the right time, as I'm currently coming up for promotion to Associate Professor. I would also like to thank Washington State University for its continuing support, and my life partner, Matt, who is here in the audience, for his relentless intellectual and emotional support. The award, which is for my book, Power and Feminist Agency in Capitalism, Towards a New Theory of the Political Subject, which came out in 2017 with Oxford University Press, is particularly relevant at political times such as this, where the far right in Europe and the United States is threatening the struggles of women, the working classes, as well as racial and sexual minorities for better lives. The core message of my book, which shows that power structures can never completely subordinate women, the working classes and minorities, because there's always a moment of the limit in them, which which is the moment that subordinated groups can stand up and transform such structures, is perhaps more important than ever. Furthermore, in my book, I theorize the idea of the political subject in outline, which means that those who are subordinated must come together as a we, as a political collectivity, to transform power structures in capitalist societies. However, such collectivities must remain an outline or an omnibus to avoid being exclusive and to remain open for any person to enter or exit the political collectivity and thus strengthen its capacity to transform for transformative agency. Finally, I would like to announce my newest book, which came out last March with Edinburgh University Press, titled The Politics of Repressed Guilt, The Tragedy of Austrian Silence, which is right here, which might particularly interest the Austrian audience, which shows that if nations fail to work through the dark elements of their past, then this has negative consequences for present-day democracies, including the potential to repeat such a past. In the spirit of pursuing a brighter future for Austria, I would like to give this book as a gift to the Austrian Minister of Education, Science and Research. Thank you.
Ja, klar.
So let's give a big round of